Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another Channeling Erik Friday. We're providing Archangel Guidance and live readings every Friday. I'm Con Knight. I'm an intuitive empath and providing channeled guidance and messages as I'm practicing working on my gifts here. So ask any questions you may have. And super excited you all are here. I do want to share one thing before we get into it. I've just posted up a video on an event that I'm having on the 22nd. So it's actually this event. So the 22nd, June 22nd, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing this event, and it is opening up your third eye, really releasing the emotions that are trapped in the survival centers, the lower three centers, and it's actually going to be putting 9 chakras into alignment. So that's going to be this Wednesday. It's a free meditation, but there is you have to work on the breath work beforehand. This is an advanced meditation, so if you want to be a part of this, you need to be able to do the breath work. That there's a link. So check out my YouTube channel. Look at the latest or the upcoming event. You'll find a link in there for the practice, and do the practice and the info on it if you want to be a part of it. And if not, that's okay. I'm putting it out there. It's a free event. There's no cost. So there it is. And I'll bring this up a little bit later too. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for asking. So hey Mishi, hello BG, hi D. Thanks, D. That's nice. Yeah, give some love. Mishi, I got you there. Thank you for reposting within 5 minutes. White Rabbit, thank you. Actually, let me just put my disclaimer up here so that people know. Hi, Marlene. Okay, so Disha, let me see. I missed a couple of people. Okay, so great. Michelle, I've got you. KB, I've got you. Same message from my sweet daughter. Got it. Okay, so BG. I'm just adding everyone into just my list here. I'll read you one by one, and afterwards I'll be putting your name, writing down the timestamp, so you can check the description afterwards for a timestamp, and you can follow up. Hey, Amy, glad you made it, Amy. So glad you're here. I'm really excited about your journey. I felt really connected with you when you reached out to me, Amy. So I'm super excited for you. Like you've just kind of come into a new release. I'm really happy for where you're going. Your body's happy too. Okay, Marlene, I got you. Lovely Becky. Got you. Okay, Becky, I got you as well. So let me come to the top of my list here. And I'm going to start out with Michelle. Let me know if my audio is okay. You guys are okay with that. And I'm going to start with Michelle here. So Michelle, and let me timestamp Michelle here at 1:19. So Michelle says, love a message from a new guide to me, one on my team, Afistra. Thank you. Cool. I love the name. Afistra. Would you come in, please, Afistra? Come closer. Oof. Okay, so what does Michelle need to hear right now for her greatest good? I feel like the warmth of her smile coming through. It's very comforting and grounding. Her energy, like I just feel everything settling within me. Okay, Feastra, what do you have to say? What's Michelle need to hear? It feels like it's like a liberation. It's a grounding and a liberation. And I think it's to do with the event that's on Wednesday, because I know you're coming, Michelle. So part of what we do, the 9 chakras that we align to, The first one that we pull in is the earth chakra, and that's like 8 inches below us, 12 inches below us, and below our feet. And that is the grounding energy. And then we kind of bring in every other chakra above it and connect it and align it, connect it, align it until we go into the soul chakra, which is 8 inches above us. And we pull all that alignment through. And she feels like she's talking about the energy, the grounding, the alignment, everything kind of structuring for you, and the buildup of the chakras. It feels like you're going to get a lot of benefit just from the chakra alignment portion of the meditation that will be on Wednesday. And I feel like you're going to benefit greatly from that. So she's talking about this grounding alignment for you, which is going to result in a liberation for you. And it's kind of like the next stage of your evolvement. In order to do the greater high vibe work that you need to do, like this deeper work, you really need to be grounded and aligned. So it feels like this meditation that's coming up for you on Wednesday is really going to put yourself into alignment. Yeah, I'm just going to throw this up here again. I hope you don't mind, Michelle. So that's going to be this Wednesday on this YouTube channel for free. And the alignment of the chakra centers is huge. This really is an advanced meditation. It's going to be at least 30 to 40 minutes long. But we'll talk about that too, even if you're not prepared. But look at the link, do the breath work ahead of time. Michelle, you've been doing this for a long time. And I feel like you're already well prepared for it. Like this, but everyone else, it's going to be seen. So you're going to get a lot of benefit from the Wednesday meditation because it is the grounding that you need and the alignment, that the source, the grounding to the earth, that is just going to ground you in order for you to do the deep work. So she's very excited about this. That's what I'm getting from Michelle. She's excited. I can see her kind of doing her little claps in the back. Yay. She's very happy about this. That's the feeling I got. Let me know if that resonates. I hope it does. I'm super excited. I've been guided to do this for a while now. It started out with the Patreon group like 2 months ago in order to create the event. And now it's to help the world awaken. Because, in the next week, we're going to have the world open up. Like shit's going to hit the fan. So a lot of things are happening. And it's going to be really good. Thanks, Grace. Hey, Robinette. Amy, I got you. I have you on here. Cool, Amy. That's awesome. Karen. Hey, Karen. Okay, I got you, sis. The lovely Marie. I love Marie. You're so beautiful. Okay, so let me come to the beautiful white rabbit. And 826. Okay, so White Rabbit says, can you ask my SB's higher self if she's actually wants to reconnect with me or if she was lying? Okay. Let me just align to SB first. Okay, SB, would you come in closer? All right. Okay, so White Rabbit, what they're coming back with is you're putting the weight on SB to love you. So this is a call for love. Like you need love. You want love. But you're looking for it in external sources. You're looking everywhere else for love. And it's like, I need this love from you and you're not giving me love and I'm mad at you. Which is something that we all do. Like we all do. There's no one that doesn't do this. We all look for love. But the love that you need is within you. You need to love yourself first. And once you love yourself, everything else just gets easier. Everything else becomes free because you realize that it's not the love that you need from someone else. You need to love yourself first. So there's the need for you to love yourself. So the first two steps to do this, the primary step and the easiest step is to eat better. Get higher quality foods inside your system. Avoid some of the fried foods, the garbage foods. And you know this instinctually. We all have this instinct. We all say that we look at that chocolate bar or we look at that, that parrot sitting there and we say, oh, well, uh, I've got the chocolate or the parrot. And the body's like, oh, give me the chocolate, give me the chocolate. But you know instinctually that you want the parrot. So we're all open. We're all gifted. So what I'm saying is that you are in tune with your guides, in your inner self. So start with some high vibrational foods like fruits, vegetables, juicing. Get that in your system. You're going to feel a lot better, and that's going to increase your awareness. And you're going to feel better about yourself physically. So start with nutrition. It's the easiest step. Easy to do. And you're feeling better about yourself. And then start looking in the mirror. And when you go to the bathroom in the morning and you look in the mirror and you look in your eyes, you're not going to say, I don't like you. I hate you. That's like waking up in the morning and someone slaps you in the face and insults you as soon as you wake up, before you've even had a chance to say good morning. They just slap you. So you're slapping yourself. So look in the mirror and say, I love you. I may not understand you. I might not have a strong relationship with you, but I love you. There's no one that has a more intimate relationship than yourself. So start with loving yourself. And you're going to find wanting this relationship from SB, it's not going to matter anymore. It's wonderful when you have it and it's there, but the need for it won't be there. So that's where you need to start. You got to start with yourself. Forget about SB. And they're not going to say anyways, because it's not their journey to love you. That's not their life purpose. They're not here on this earth to love you. You're here to love yourself and realize that you're perfect the way you are. That's your first step. Start there. Nutrition and mirror work. Love yourself. Start there. Meditation come after, but that's where you're going to start. I hope that resonates. And and reach out. Like, kind of mention something. If you need more information, talk more. Leave something in the comments afterwards, and we can have a little bit of back and forth. So you're not alone. You are not alone. I love you because you're a part of me, right? We're all one. We're all one. But it's a process to get here. Awesome, Marie. Thank you for saying that. Hey, Angela. Hi, Luz. Hey, Jacqueline. Beautiful people. Thank you all high vibe people for coming in and supporting your energy to this. It really is helpful when I have you all around. It contributes to this practice of developing. Yeah. Okay. So KB says, "Hey, Con. May I have a message for my sweet daughter? I know she's very special and strongly believes in angels and demis, God, goddess. Any messages from them for her?" All right. KB's daughter wants to come in and speak with her. Angels, guides, who's working with her? Who wants to come in? I feel a slight collection of people stepping forward. It's very good, loving energy. I can feel it very like grounding and centered. It's very much in the center of my chest, around my heart. But it's not necessarily in my heart. It's kind of around my heart and just enveloping it with a lot of love and deepness to it. And it's a quiet love is what I'm feeling. Okay. So what does she need to hear for her greatest good? Dear one, dear sweet soul, you've been speaking with us and connecting with us since you were very young in that physical body. Though you're an old soul in a young body, You've been speaking to us. You've been talking to us. You've been going through the motions. But have you really been connecting? Have you been listening to our responses? Because we've been speaking to you. Are you listening to what we're saying? In those moments when you're quiet with yourself, you have a feeling. Should I do this? Should I do that? Is it this? I need an answer. And you get a slight feeling, a slight direction. Your message has been answered. But your body self has decided that, no, that's not it. I'm going to go do this instead. So we're speaking to you. And we know you're listening because you acknowledge it. But you're not listening to it. You're not acting on it. You're not trusting it. It really is us. We really are speaking with you. So know, dear one, when you get that feeling of what's good and love, and you feel it in your heart, and it resonates so deeply that you know that it's right, that's us. But when you decide to go in the other direction and say, no, I'm going to go do this instead, know that that is your ego body trying to keep you safe and protected. We know you can hear us. You all can. But now is the time to listen. Listen to us. We're giving you the guidance and direction that you need, that you're asking for. We're giving you the guidance and direction that you need. We're here. You're not alone. And we love you. You're never alone. Wow. That message makes me want to cry. Whether you guys believe it or not, whether I even believe it, it just feels really good when I channel high vibrational energies. And I know that with myself. I'm noticing that with myself. So as we're coming into the shift of the earth, and really the wake up that's going to be happening in the next week and a half, this wake up that's really happening. A lot of people are waking up. And I'm finding this veil has really thinned. It's also why I'm doing this pineal gland, third eye opening meditation on Wednesday. But I'm finding that even in the day to day, that the message is coming quite clear to listen to your gut response. That is our angels and guides talking to us. There's a gut, there's a feeling. There's a feeling that we know it's right, but then we do something opposite. We go against it. And like I said in the example, the last two examples, all the examples, like, okay, you have fruit or chocolate. You say, oh, the fruit's going to be really good for me. You're going to feel really good. But you said, oh, the chocolate's going to taste good. But the chocolate just satisfies it. It doesn't feed your soul. This is our GPS. It's our guidance system. It's our GPS for our soul. So listen to that gut feeling that you have. It's loving, it's caring, it's right. So listen to it. There's a reason for it. Yeah. Hey, Ahsen. Cool, brother. I've added you to the list. All right. From KB to BG. And it's 1831. So BG asks, is there a message for me today? It's coming in for BG. I feel Master Jesus is actually stepping forward for you. And his hands are sitting there open, their palms up open. White robe. He's showing him initially himself in the traditional sense that people have been told to know what he looks like, but he actually has short hair, darker skin. In his true self, it's not long and blonde and lighter skin. He's darker skinned, short hair. He's wearing a white single robe, hands are open, sandals. That part's correct. All right. So, Master Jesus, what does BG need to hear for her greatest good? Can you make it stronger, please? Get clearer. there's a solemn feeling that I'm receiving, like a quietness. And it almost feels like quiet contemplation. And you're questioning your environment, what's happening around you, what's the direction you should be going, that you should be following. And he's saying, don't be so hard on yourself. There's no reason to put the pressure on yourself like this, because all this is going to be revealed. What you need to continue doing, and maybe even spend a little bit more time on, is moving yourself into meditation, into quietness, into the stillness. And this kind of goes for all of us, but the idea of going into meditation, being quiet, and tuning into yourself, there's a need for you to do this because you're questioning everything around you. You're questioning your life. Who am I? Who are these people that I'm with? I love them, but do I really need to be here? And this is kind of typical as women get as women start awakening, and typically it's when the kids have grown up, and you're looking to find yourself and like discover, who am I? You don't need to take care of the kids anymore. Like, you've done your job. You don't need to feed everybody and clothe everybody. You've done your job. It's now time for you. And now you're in that quiet contemplation stage. Or at least this is what it feels like. Let me know if I'm off track or not. But this is what I'm feeling. So it's a time for you to actually connect into yourself. Don't force it to happen. Just allow the process to unfold the way it's supposed to happen. Regardless of who you see online, who you're following, who you're watching, we're all start kind of judging and comparing each other. But there is no judgment in this. You don't look at a baby that's learning to crawl and just starting to walk and say, "Hey, I walk better than you do." We don't do that, right? Like, you say, "Oh, like, you let it be. Oh, learn to walk." So imagine each of us. It doesn't matter about age, gender, shape, location, religion, color, skin. It doesn't matter. We're all kind of babies, and we're all learning to crawl and walk at our own time. And we're all going to get there no matter what, as long as we keep just being. A baby doesn't think, I have to walk. I need to get on 2 feet so I can kind of get up to that higher counter. It doesn't really think that way, right? It's just bees. It's getting comfortable with the body it's been put into, at least the first 5 years. It doesn't have that cognitive thinking. It's just being. So there's a need for you and all of us to get back into that stage of just being, non-judgment, and just allow the process to unfold. It's happening for you. So just be kind to yourself, get into more meditation, and allow the process to unfold. Let me know if that resonates. Please, comment back in the comments. That was great. And I hope people are getting that these are responses we're getting. It's for all of us, me included, right? These things are coming from me. I'm not that smart. It's coming from something that just resonates and feels right. So that's what I got. Hey Angie, hey Chaitu, I've added you. Hi Ruby. I've got you as well. Good. Okay. Thanks for the confirmation, BG. Hey Mahi. I'm doing phenomenal. I'm doing phenomenal. So, okay, since a lot of you guys are here, I'm going to share a little personal thing. So many of you know I do emotion release, and I talk to my body, and I go through a scan, and I love my body parts, and I talk to it. But my body is myself. The con self is super high vibe and super happy, and I'm in love with life, with myself, my internal self. But when I get up to walk, the body is deteriorating. Degenerative disc disease. There's a MS. can't stand for more than 10 minutes. Like that's a huge stretch. So what I've discovered is that it's beyond loving yourself, that sometimes you need to go into the parts that are just not changing and loving, because I really should be moving, but my path is for mastery and to help a lot of other people with the emotion releasing and be able to heal their bodies and heal the emotions within them. Most of this is trapped emotions. So as I'm tuning into the body, I had to change my question, and the question is no longer just I love you, I hear for you, I care for you. The question is, who do you need love from? Because I'm giving love to my body part, such as my spine. The mid spine feels like it wants to fold half the time. So I give love to it. But I had to ask the question, who do you need love from? And it's not me. So between my primary areas, the central nervous system for MS, the mid spine and the entire spine, or the musculoskeletal system, that, and then there's the muscle soft tissue, and that itself, each one of those areas I've discovered need love. It needed love from my sister, that I had to question it. Why did you not no longer love me? From my dad, why weren't you standing up? From between the relationship of my sister and mom, who kind of alienated me and talked behind me, and I felt very separate. So I'm finding all these emotions are kind of coming out, and it's a result of this. So the emotion release is going to new levels, and that's what's coming out from this self-discovery. And I'm really excited to share that with you and help you all for your own emotional releases. Yeah. I don't charge for my readings. I do a pay what you can method. And Angela, I wanted to actually mention it to you because I saw you actually paid for a link, used an old link, and you just paid for a session with me. It's not necessary. You didn't have to. So let's connect up later and see. See if you can afford it. For one, I just want to make sure that it's within your budget and that you want to do it. So, anyways, okay. So I'm coming to Gina now. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm curious to hear. I'm crazy. I really wanted to share it because I had this really amazing discussion this morning with my body. It was amazing. Just releases the connection, the intertwine of the family relationship that I had. It just all completely unraveled this morning. So yeah. Hey, Gina. So Gina says, are there any messages for me? Okay, who wants to come in for Gina? I don't know who this being is, but there's just so much love. My heart and chest is expanding in my back and my upper chest. It's very comforting, peaceful. It kind of feels like Mary Magdalene energy, which is very loving and comforting, but on an inward side. So it very much feels like that, like very comforting and loving. But I don't think it's hers. So, anyways, I don't know who this is. What does Jeannie need to hear for her greatest good? I see. I'm seeing a field, and like there's flowers around, and you're out there like in shorts and a white shirt. You've got suspenders on. You got a hat on, and you're barefoot, and you're dancing in this field of flowers. And it feels like there's a need for you to dance in this field of flowers. It feels like your inner child, your inner spirit, there's a longing to be free and just dance. I just want to be free and just dance. And I can see you just twirling, hands up in the air. You're so happy to be out there. There's music in your head playing, although it seems like it's being cast out everywhere. Like it's like you hear the music of the land just kind of dancing and singing in this field. It's so beautiful. Like it's really beautiful what you're seeing here. What I'm seeing here. What I'm feeling. So I feel this is your inner child. outside of just grounding, outside it's a really good grounding and just a release of energy as you're being barefoot on the earth itself. That liberation of dancing and freedom. There's a need for your inner child, your inner soul to get outside, at least walk barefoot and imagine yourself dancing in your head. But try walk, even if you're like in a residential area, there's the sidewalk and there's that piece, that people's lawns, and there's the government section. You can walk on that area, walk on that section bare feet. Just hold your sandals in your hand and just walk on the government section and just get some grounding in your system and see in your head that you're dancing in a field of flowers. Even if you don't have somewhere close to you, go to a park, start walking barefoot. There's a need for your inner child to start dancing and letting go. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Gina. I'm excited for you. Get out and dance. Love it. Yeah, Karen, peeling the onion. Thanks, Dee. Hey, Donna. Yeah, it's putting along your body, asking the questions of who do you need love from resonance today? Yeah, that's big. I find this is, so the majority of your problems that you have, when you start talking to your body, you have a headache, you're feeling fatigue, you're feeling an ache, a pain, there's whatever feeling or emotion that you get, tune into it, notice it, give it love, release it with your breath. But for those areas that get really stuck, it's either a repeating pattern that needs to be looked at, and typically asking who needs it love, I find is an easy way to find where the pattern is coming from. And then you can dive in deeper and then look in the eyes of each person and notice the experience of what they're feeling. And that's what I was doing, and just kind of going, well, why are you doing that? And I could put myself into their body and their soul and feel what's happening there. And I realized the pain that they're hurting and how far it stemmed back. In my own family, everyone just kind of felt alienated and separate, and everyone needed love. But it's kind of like they ganged up in each other. And I don't mean like my family was actually, my parents were amazing, like really loving people. So it's not like I'm coming from a rough home or anything. I had a really lovely life in a really good home with a really good family. But just every family in the world is dysfunctional one way or another. And what I'm discovering, doesn't matter where you are in the world, doesn't matter. The people I've been connecting with, we all have the same issues and problems. It doesn't matter your culture, your religion, where you're coming from, the same. Doesn't matter. We are all one. We are all equal. And everyone, we are all equal. We're all in the same place. And it's all a cry for love or an extension of love. Yeah. Here's my lovely sister, Grace. Happy belated birthday, my sister. Okay, I'm coming to Grace. May I have a message from the dragons, please? Is there more dragons who are assisting me in this time along with Cedric? Cool. Cedric, dragons, would you come forward, please? Oh, my God, it's a lot of energy. You even felt the roar coming out? It's awesome. I see Cedric. He's actually the bigger dragon, and I feel two smaller dragons that are there. And I'm hearing like dragon family. You know, that dragon energy is very ancient and old, much like your own soul and experiences. You're very ancient and old and wise. It's much like the dragon energy. And it feels like the dragons have taught you, but the two smaller dragons, they seem like students along with you. So Cedric being the teacher, there's you and these two smaller dragons, and that the three of you were classmates, learning from the ancient dragon of Cedric. And guys, I know all this sounds right off the rails, and I could totally be making it up. And I don't know, maybe I am, but I'm just opening myself up to my intuition, and I'm sharing what comes through. So, because I'm questioning this, like, okay, it sounds like you're just making this up, but I'm just letting myself, and this is what's coming through. So, if it resonates, great, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, I'm not here to prove anything, and you know in your heart, you got to feel everything in your heart, and if it resonates, and I know this does with you, Grace, because I feel connected with you. So I know you know what I mean. Anyways, these younger dragons are very playful. They're with you. It's like they're learning the lessons along with you. So as you're going through your journey and path, as you're entering into new experiences, know that you have the two younger dragons that are with you. And it's like they're running into every corner. So as you're walking and entering into your new life, your new experience, it's like they're running ahead and they're sniffing in all the corners and they're getting in all the boxes and unraveling everything and just creating, and they're just curious, but they're uncovering. It's not that they're creating havoc, even though you look at the mess afterwards, it looks like the room has been turned upside down. They are unraveling everything ahead of you so that they can say, hey, look over here, look what I found. So that your process of discovery, it's like nothing is going to be a surprise for you. It's all going to be laid out in front of you because you have these two younger dragons that are sniffing around and uncovering anything that you need to be worried about ahead of time. So this is more of a message of comfort for you, that as you're entering in this new leg, this new shift, the new world that's opening up for you, which is super cool, what's happening for you, that it's going to be laid out in front of you and not for you to be afraid of. It's just going to be laid out completely in front of you. Awesome. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. I know. Yeah. I get that with us. It's always good. Awesome. That's freaking amazing. I love that. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yes, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, I've watched you shift in a massive way. Jack and I, we were in a William Michael Forbes course. I hope you don't mind that I just outed that. William Michael Forbes is one of my mentors. The guy is, he's helped me quite a bit. And Jack and I've watched you, and I'm so proud of you, sister. You've done amazing. So freaking proud of you. Yeah, so proud. Okay, so I'm coming to Disha. Okay, so D says, I'm having issues in my PhD journey, especially from supervisor. I don't get feedback or help from her, and it delays my work. I want to finish my PhD quickly. How do I do that? How do I move forward without help? Who wants to come forward on that? I feel Krishna. I feel Krishna is stepping forward on this one. And it feels like, so you're asking this person for help. They're ignoring you and they're making you struggle. And you're putting all of your anxiety and blaming on your supervisor and saying, it's all your fault. You're not helping me. I'm not progressing because of this. It's all your fault. So now I put myself into your supervisor's eyes, and how they see you is that you're really smart. You have this innate ability, which is your intuition. You have this strong intuition and knowledge about you, that you're really good at this work that you're doing in your PhD. So the fact that they're ignoring you, in their eyes, they're saying they don't want to just hand it out on a plate for you. They want you, they're trying to hone your internal gifts so that you can get the information, so you can use your intuition and get deeply into the information that you need. So this is more about honing your skills and you getting better at what you do. So what they're doing is to help you. So don't think of this is, I need you to help me. They are helping you by not helping you. I hope that makes sense. Now for you and your higher self and your own connection, it's to, okay, I have everything that I need inside me. I have the ability to get all the knowledge and information within me. I know you do this as your side work. You connect and read for people. You do this information. You know this. So it's for you to let yourself go and get the questions and answers that you need from within yourself. You got this. Yeah. So this isn't on them. This is for you to get better and tune into your own intuitive selves. I hope that resonates, Dee. That's really cool. Jenny, hi sis. Okay, I've added you and Luz to the list. You're welcome, Grace. All right, and awesome. I got you. While I got you, I'm going to do this as well because this is really for your enlightenment. I've been guided to help people open this up. So this is all about opening up your third eye to help you connect with spirit. What this is when we get all these motions and thoughts and running heads get trapped in our lower 3 chakra centers. We think about our 7 primary chakras. We actually have 9, 1 below and 1 above us. So what this is going to do is ground us, align us into all of our chakras, open them up. That allows us to then decalcify our pineal gland, all the crap that's trapped on it. And then we're going to live in our pineal gland and expand it out and grow it and connect and then bring all that back into our bodies from source and then drive it down back into the grounding energy. So this is what's going to happen on Wednesday. Check out the YouTube channel. There is a live link, a future scheduled link that's there. Check out the description. There is work that needs to be done, a breath work that you need to actually activate the pineal gland, start decalcifying and cracking that bone. So start practicing the breath work. It's really simple. It's really easy. And I'm the guy to do this for months now. And it's to help you and all of us ascend and connect with our third into our ascended world, connect with our spirit. The veil is thinning. They want to communicate with us. So that's what this is. This is a free event. There's no cost. But the prerequisite is you got to watch the other video that's on there that's linked to that I just posted yesterday or the day before. Yesterday, that teaches you how to do the pineal gland breath. You need to know how to do the breath and practice and get a little bit of practice. You got to do it with gusto. So practice it. And this isn't a shameless plug. This is for your awakening. This isn't for me because I do this all the time. This is for you. Open yourselves up. Share it out. Get people involved, especially those that need the help to awaken. This is opening up your third eye. Jump in there. I really hope you guys take advantage of this. This is not for me. They're being quite adamant about it. Like adamant about it. Yeah, oh my God, brutal. Whew. All right. All right, can you take that away, please? All right, I feel you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, a little side conversation. Okay, so Marlene says, I would love a message from my guardian angel, please, or anyone else who has something to say. Thank you. Okay, guardian angel for Marlene. You come in closer, please. It feels more of your guide is coming through, and it feels like fairy energy. That's coming. It's very light. It's in my head. If you imagine the feeling of a fairy, they're off the ground. They're not necessarily like that grounded feeling. They're a little bit up in the head. So I'm having your fairy guide step forward more. Okay, so what is Marlene here? It feels like you've been immersing yourself in the grounding a little bit too much. So it's not necessarily we're talking about the physical grounding aspect, about putting your bare feet on the ground. That's really good and continue to do that. It's more about that you've shifted your energy into that grounding space and you've brought yourself down like into the lower side of your body. And the fairy energy is trying to lift you up. And, that fairy just kind of, it almost like it raises you from inside from if you can imagine your ground, if you have a pole being stuck up like you had a blanket on it and you're pushing the pole up. It's lifting from inside. And there's a need for you to lift from inside out and lift from your crown. Don't pull from the crown, but lift from inside up. And there's a need for you to pull the energy up. So there's a specific with a breath. So you might feel collected energy around your lower, like around your legs and whatnot. So I want you to imagine yourself or feel yourself lifting from your crown. So feel yourself lifting inside, and then use your breath. Put your intention on the energy that's collected on your lower half, and breathe it up into your head. Breathe it up into your head, and just draw that energy up, and hold it there. And then let your breath out slowly. And then draw it up again. And it's almost like you can imagine if there's a big pile of fairy dust that was on the ground, and you reached down and you grabbed a great big handful of it and you lifted it up, and you just let all those sands just seep through your fingers. And then you slowly just kind of let it, you can see all that dust floating down. So it feels there's a need for all that heavier, denser energy that's in your lower half. Put your intention onto it, use your breath, bring it up, hold it, and then slowly let your breath out, and just allow all that fairy dust just to sprinkle all down. That's what I'm feeling for you, is to align your energy. It's a little bit too low in your system there, in your feet. Continue to ground, but just bring it up. Bring it up. You can take it at another stage by taking it from your crown and feel yourself connecting to source, and almost feel source is actually reaching down, coming into your crown, going all the way down, grabbing that for you and lifting it up, and then slowly letting it down for you. So you can even see source energy doing that for you. That's cool. Hope that resonates. Let me know. A little bit more crazy talk, but feels awesome. Love it. Love it. Okay, so D says, thanks for the message. I didn't know Krishna would convey the message. I always question them and never pray to them because of the stories attached to them. Yeah. So for those that have been brought up with cultural stories, regardless, so Krishna is typically associated with the Indian culture, Christianity, Catholicism in Europe, Christianity in North America. We all have images that have been told to us through stories of who and what they are. This is not who they truly are. This is what the humans have portrayed them to be, and they portrayed them with fear and their own intentions and thoughts. So don't listen to what the elders have always kind of told us, what history has always told us. It's not always the case. You got to go with your intuition, what's grounded for you, and to know who and what these people are. Yeah. Hope that makes sense. Hi, Sil. Okay, girl, I added you to the list. And I'm coming to Becky. 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 Okay, so let me see. 4854. I love that picture of you, Becky. It's so beautiful. Just the baseball hat, just so young. That's your energy, just young. I know we're around the same age, but you convey that energy of youth. Well, I guess I do too. So you've got it in you. I love that. Okay, so hi, Con. I wonder if my sweet angels have a message today. Yes. Angels, guides, who wants to come in? I feel your guardian angels coming through. Which one are you? It's crossing between female and male energy, so maybe they're a little bit more androgynous. Balanced energy is how they're presenting themselves. Balanced is the word. And this particular guide works with you when, excuse the language, but when shit hits the fan. This is the problem solver. And they're talking about the way that you would approach it as well. That you have this balanced energy within you. So this balanced energy is it's how you approach when shit hits the fan. And it feels like you're going to have some events coming up forward for you that might be deemed as difficult or shit hitting the fan. But what they're saying is be prepared. Like, it's going to happen. It's okay. Just know to approach it with your balanced energy, because it doesn't matter. Like, no matter what, everything always works out. Think about your past, all the things that have come to you that you've had to deal with in your life. It's always balanced out no matter what. You always get through to it. You get back into a happy moment. So this is what's happening for you. You are coming back into that happy moment. Things are going to be balanced. And when shit hits the fan, approach it with balance. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually happening on a global scope that something's going to be happening. But ultimately, what's going to be happening, the crumbling that we're going to see is going to be a good thing. So yeah, it is. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's very much a good thing. That's awesome. Thanks. Hey, Kay, I've added you to the list, hon. All right. So we're almost coming up to the hour. Again, I'm going to put this one more time before people start disappearing. Again, for those that might not have heard this, it's Wednesday, 1 p.m., pineal gland. It's opening up your third eye. It's to help you connect with the opening of the veil, and it's to open up your third eye. There is an exercise that is in the description, a breathing exercise to decalcify the pineal gland and start cracking it to allow this energy to come through. And then during the meditation, it's a longer meditation. It's typically why it's advanced. It's going to be at least 30 minutes to 40 minutes of this meditation, where we align the 9 chakras, not 7, but 9, which is the earth and the soul chakra. And we align everything up and give it lots of energy before we actually get into the pineal gland. And we live in the pineal gland and we shoot that energy out all over the place. And we bring it all back into the body and then into the earth. So selfless plug, not selfless. This is for you. This meditation is for you. You got to do this. If you want to open up your third eye, it's free. There's no cost. It really is just to help you with your own spiritual awakening. I'm planting that out there again. And I'm going to throw that up there one more time. And lastly, please like and subscribe while you guys are all here. That's it. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. And let me come to Robinette. Robinette S5340. Robinette says, hello and thank you. Can Erik explain transient global amnesia? Why and who it affects and how often? Erik, would you want to come in for this? I actually feel Archangel Michael saying, I got this. He's kind of pulling Erik's shoulder, put his hand on his shoulder and said, I got this. Okay, so what do you want to say about this transient global amnesia? Okay, so those global amnesias is can you explain it better? You're trying to use the words in my head to interpret this and explain it, but how they're showing it to me is that sheep follow. So sheep follow the pack. They're with everyone else. They move in packs. They do everything in packs. When one goes, they all go. But there's also typically a dog that's able to move them there. So if one sheep is eating this patch of grass, they'll all eat that patch of grass because the one directed them to. And then they'll always believe that that grass is good. No matter how bad it is for them, they're going to eat that grass. And it's almost like a stage of hypnosis that they've been hypnotized into this. So in this effect, people are led and they believe in and they feel. Now, typically this is when people get caught up in their heads and they're wrapping their heads and they're fear-based, and the fear-based lowers your vibration so much that this piece puts you into this stage of just following along. The amnesia part is that you lose your own self. And we've kind of seen this in a global scope that it's happening with the majority of the world, that most of the people have been directed or pointed to look at something. And typically this is done with media, where the media just kind of talks and says and distracts you from where you should be looking at. So this is typically what the transient global amnesia is happening in the world. But it's also isn't a bad thing that this is part of the awakening, because everyone else starts looking at it and they start doing this, and you start walking around with this bag on your head. And after a while, like, what the fuck am I wearing this bag on my head? Like, what the hell? Like, I can't breathe. It's stuffy. It's congested. I feel like garbage. And you eventually kind of, try to lift up the bag so you can get some oxygen, and eventually just rip the bag off. So this is also part of the greater good, this global awareness, this forgetfulness that's planned and on purpose, and it's part of it. That's what's coming through. I've never heard of myself, because Khan has never heard of transient global amnesia. I don't know if that's right, but this is what's coming through in sharing. So don't necessarily take my word for this, because Khan doesn't know, but this is what's coming through for me. So I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments if this resonates for anybody. Don't know. Yeah, that's cool. I got to write that down. Global transient amnesia. That was really cool. Thanks for that. Jenny says, I keep seeing as above, so below. Yep. That's right. As it is above, so it is below. There we go. I'm coming to Amy, who I've been connecting with recently. I'm really excited for Amy because she's entering into her spiritual awakening, like a lot of people are waking up. Any messages from my spirit team at all, as I'm getting married on the 15th of October to my gorgeous husband-to-be? All right. Spirits team, want to come in, please? I feel like a wedding set has just been laid all around me. So, I don't know if that's garland, but it's like the, whatever that is, just white flowers with purple accents in there, lilies or something, orchids. I don't know what they are. Laid down. I can see the white chairs. I can see the tulle laid around. There's the place where you stand. Forgot what that's called. And I just, a wedding scene has been dropped all around me. Okay, so what do you want to say about this? What's for greatest good? The greatest marriages come with mutual respect. As you're entering into your awakening and you begin to love yourself, when you wake up in the morning and you say something, notice that your husband is still in his awakening journey. Still might be a little bit closed off. He's holding on to his ego self. He doesn't necessarily want to let it go yet. But what you can do is compliment him. Say something nice. Like, oh, I love how big your shoulders are. Oh, I love your arms. I love how big and bushy your beard is. I love your face. You're so beautiful. You have the kindest eyes. Wake up in the morning and give him a compliment. And he's going to start doing this for you if he's not doing it already. But I feel a lot of love between you two, anyways. There's a lot of love. It's a joyous reunion. I feel the angels are celebrating on both sides. They're very happy for this joyous reunion. And it's also going to be helping you, again, with the shift of the world, what's happening in the next stages, how wonderful it's going to be for you, that it's really is in alignment for you, that you're going into something really, really beautiful with this person. Yeah, and I can just see a really comfortable, wonderful life ahead. Doesn't mean it's not going to be out without its ups and downs, but it is ultimately full of love, caring, and respect. And always remember to respect. And this is more Khan speaking, and they're confirming this, is that, don't insult each other, even if it's just a joke. Don't insult. Don't even kid with that. Always stand up for each other and give love and respect. And respect, I love my wife with everything in my heart. And I would never even jokingly say, you look fat in those pants today. I always look at the good. I would never say anything unkind to my wife, and she never says anything unkind to me. It's only something positive and loving and from the heart. So speak from there, and you're going to be just fine. I see a lot of love for you guys. Yeah, really happy. Oh, cool. Okay, so you sent me this. Go with your messages. I'll add that in there with that. Thanks, Kay. Okay, I'll open up my email as well on here and get that. All right, so let me come to Karen. Karen, we just hit the 1 hour mark. 37. Okay. So Karen says, any messages for me from my spirit guides today? Guides. Who wants to come in for Karen? Come in closer. Okay. So what does Karen need to hear for her greatest good? You guys always show me paintings. Right? You can give me something else other than the paintings? They're saying, no, that the paintings are your meditation. It's how you connect. It's how you open up. So they celebrate the fact that you express yourself in your art, because when you're in your art, you're not in your head. You're not thinking. You zone out. So that's your waking meditation. And I can see the round boards that you use and the clouds, but they're showing me a different landscape, which is more a lot of browns, and it's more like dusty clouds, and a lot of shades of different browns. Okay, what's the meaning behind this? It feels like this is connected to emotions with your soul. The darkness of the clouds, the grittiness of the sand, and there's a need to pull that. Where is this energy coming from? It feels like So it feels like the Earth Star chakra, and it feels like your mid, from if you think about your back, that midpoint, but on the lower part, right where the dip begins. It's that lower part, which would be your solar chakra energy center, your third energy center, that there's some emotions there. So it feels like tune into your organs, could be your intestines, your mid back, your solar chakra. Notice the organs that are there. This could be with digestion. It is digestion with your stomach, the certain foods that you have. There's some emotions that are connected to the food that you're ingesting or the processing of the food that needs some attention. So go into there, get into your artwork, notice what comes out, but then ask the question, what do you need from me? What do you need from me right now? And then really get into your artwork and your painting, and you're going to get the answer through that. It's not even so much what you paint or in the painting, but it's more that while you paint, you ask the question, you're in the meditative state, ask the question and let that answer to be revealed to you. That's just coming through, Karen. Yeah, I hope that resonates. Let me know. Let me know if it resonates with you. But yeah, got some emotions there. Okay, so coming to Marie Z. 10649. Okay, Marie says, hi, beautiful lights. I'd love a message from Erik on what's going on with my growth. Erik, you want to comment on this one? It's like bounding in. All right. He's like doing this thing where he's like popping his head into the camera and like popping out and jumping in. So it's like he's very light and joyous right now. And it feels like this is connected into your creative expression. That you're coming into, your logo creation, the branding that's there. By the way, I saw it, but I didn't comment. And that's my background, is actually web development and design, and the way humans look at this stuff and interpret it. And your logo is good. Two-tone, easy to print on mugs and stuff. Make sure you create a black and white version. Take a look at that. And notice the thin lines that when you embroider, it might always not come through. And that's, I'm thinking about the star. So I'm going to put that there. But he's talking about the creative expression that's coming through in this new venture and business that you're entering into. You're starting out with the branding, which is a great foundation because it sets the stage and the tone for everything. And it's very elegant and peaceful and refined is the work that you do. And that's exactly who you are. You are a very classy lady. And it's a good representation of who you are. So what else do you want to say about that? Say it's perfect. You're completely on your path. You're entering into this new stage. You're creating this new business. You have the credentials, you have the information, you're starting to get the clients. Now you've got the branding, the professionalism is coming through. It's all kind of like everything just kind of laid out. It's like the garden has been planted along the path, and he's like, just walk now. The flowers are coming up. Like you don't have to do anything. The flowers are coming up. That's it. Your path is perfect. Perfect, Marie. Awesome. Love that. Love that. Love that. Oh yeah. Okay. Totally. My back is messed up right there. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Yep. Talk to it. Love it. See what it needs. All right, Ahsen. Oh, yeah, going back to your back. I'm just going to pop that back up, Karen. Your back is chronic. So this goes back to what I kind of said earlier about my personal note and tuning into that area and seeing that it is, there's something chronic there. So the question that you had to ask, what do you need? That makes sense now. That makes complete sense. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Come back to Ahsen at 1:10:26. Actually, it's time for my Hershey squeezed juice. Thanks, honey. It's my wifey. All right. Hey, brother. So good to see you. I haven't found a job yet and have been running low on funds. Will something pop up soon? What's going on with the job? I feel like I've said this before, but you haven't put your energy into the job that you want. You haven't. So do this. So forget about the haven't. This is what you want to do, is put your energy into the job. How are you going to feel in this job? See yourself working in this job. See yourself logging in the morning. See yourself doing the work that you're doing. Feel the feelings that you have. So what does it feel like? You've just kind of sat down on your computer. Oh, I'm getting to work. It's exciting. It feels good. I'm putting in my login and password. I'm logging into the VPN. I'm now going into this work. Oh, I got an email. I'm going into my work email now. What's the message? Oh, Ahsen, you're doing great. Good job. What's the feedback that you're getting? What's the work that's being put up for you? What does it feel like to do the work that you're doing? What does it feel like when you open up that first paycheck? I've got money. It feels so good. I'm depositing this. Like, immerse yourself into the feeling and joy of the job. And that is what is going to radiate that energy out and put it out there. And feel yourself in that energy of how exciting that is. You can do this in your meditation and get really super excited about it. And as you hold that feeling, put yourself into the space and put it out there into the universe and let it expand and put it out there. And then anytime you get some self-doubt about it, immediately right away, have the positive thought on top, because the positive thought manifests it and puts it out there. The negative thought overwrites it very quickly. So the positive thought needs to be overwrite that so that it again is overlaid with the positive. So as soon as catch yourself having the negative thought and immediately replace it with the positive thought. No. This is how it's going to be. And feel it. Feel it in your soul. And if you do that, time's going to happen quickly. And see yourself, it's happening quickly. It's like right away. You're signing up. You're logging in. You've got that interview. It's not even about the interview. See yourself at the work. Imagine the company that you're working at and how wonderful and beautiful and how wonderful they treat you. That is where you got to go into. Love it. Love it. Love it. Amy says, I love my husband to be. You're starting off really good there, hun. Really good. It's a great start. Okay, so I'm coming to my lovely sister, Angela, at 1:13:44. And he says, I'd love some advice from my team, higher self, on how best to work on my anxiety, struggles with family relationships. I believe these issues are contractual and need help with balance and peace. Yeah. Come through. You've been on my mind quite a bit, Angela, since you booked your appointment. Thank you for that, by the way. And my discovery that I had today, I kind of shared it earlier. I didn't timestamp it. I'll have to look it up, what timestamp. But this is chronic for you. So when we go into our emotional release session, we are going to go into that anxiety and start asking, notice where it shows on the body, and we're going to ask it what the body needs, what love does it need, who does it need love from. And then we're going to go into each one of those family relations and go into them and feel them and really see what's going on with them to rewrite that pattern within you. So this is all going to be about pattern rewriting, because this is chronic for yourself, like myself. We all have chronic issues. So this is something that that we're going to be working on. And yeah, they had it come through me, and I've experienced it, and I know what to do for you. And I'm excited to work this out with you. So ultimately, that's what we're going to do. So all you need to say right now, we're going to do this. We're going to fix this. You're going to fix this with a little bit of direction from your team above. And we're going to do this together when we meet up. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah. I'm excited for your liberation. Excited. Super excited. You're welcome, Marie. Okay. So coming to my little sister, Chaitu. All right, Chitra. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. Any messages from me today? I've been to interview today morning, and by the end of the day, job was confirmed too. Wow, cool. Congrats. Wednesday is my joining day, and comment on this from my fiance and guides. Okay. Who wants to come in? Fiance, guides. Feel a lot of love coming through. I feel your ex-fiance coming through. Just want me to say ex. Your transitioned fiance. That's what he prefers. Transitioned fiance. It's not an ex. It's transitioned. It's in a different energy form. Not to be mistaken that you're going to have that relationship in this lifetime or in this physical state. It's an energetic, transient, supportive relationship. Okay, so job received, confirmed. What do you guys want to say about this? It's like they're giving the pleased clap, and it's like good, yeah, you did it, good. You've let go of what you needed to let go in order for the job to come in to do the job. That this is not going to be so much of a job to you. It's still going to be work, but it's not going to be a job that you dread going to. It's going to be work that's going to fulfill you for the time being, that you'll find satisfaction in it, you'll find joy in it, and it's the transition that you need to help you get to where you need to go. It's all part of your growth. So they're saying this is going to help you with your growth and transition. So very good. Very good. Chitra, there isn't much to say on this. It's good. You've got the happy clap on this one. All right. I am coming to Ruby. Ruby leader. Okay. So Ruby says, love to you all. I was wondering what my life purpose is, and if there is a past life that influences me most. Okay, great question. All right, you guys want to comment on this? Life purpose, past life. Thank you. Okay, that was a big burst of energy. Just allowing this energy to settle in a bit. Okay, so Ruby says, what's your life purpose? And is there a past life that includes you? Well, in terms of the past life, they're saying, yeah, of course, your past life influences and defines you and is part of your overall growth for all of your lives. This is an accumulation of all your past lives. And that's something you kind of know already, that the past life influences. But is there one in particular that influences this lifetime? Well, yes, the past 2-3 lifetimes have the greatest influence on you, because this is where the lessons that you need to learn most, if you didn't learn in the past lifetime, you repeat it. So that's the process. You come in with a contract to learn a particular lesson. You're given to it with a particular aspect of it. You don't quite understand it in that lifetime. We then come back in another body and we experience it from a different position and outlook of it to learn the lesson a different way. If we don't get it that way, which you didn't, you're now coming in to experience that lesson from again another perspective, and another way of learning it for you to get through this. And third time's a charm. That's so you're getting that lesson in this lifetime. Okay, in this lifetime, life purpose. Everyone has specific purposes as well as a global purpose. The specific purpose is that there's certain people and events that happen around you that you might feel bad about, but these are triggers that you agreed to say, think or say, or action, think or do, say, think or do in order to help trigger someone else in order for them to learn the lesson that they need to learn. These are like micro adjustments. Some are bigger, some are smaller, but they're all meant as catalysts to help people grow and change. We do that for each other. We've had that done to us, and we do that for each other. It's all part of our spiritual growth in order to guide us and shift us towards the main lesson that we need to learn. Okay, and main purpose. Okay, they're talking about the global purpose. The global purpose is then, there's something that's greater than you, and a lot of the times that comes with your energy, your demeanor, and that could just be as simple as walking into a crowded area, grocery store, and you are in an elevated emotion, and because you're in that elevated emotion, you just breathing in that positive state lifts everyone else around you, especially those that are having the bad days and they're breathing out in that negative space, but you are now breathing positive energy. And that is so much more higher vibrational than the low energy and the low moments that we have in our lifetime. So that's your greater purpose. Is there a specific life purpose on here? And it's almost like they're saying, like, don't get caught up so much in the life purpose. Like, you don't need to know your life purpose. You are your life purpose. Your purpose is who you are, what you're doing, and what's unfolding for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be defined. But she wants something more specific. What's her actually life purpose? Direction. I just saw a flash of kids, whether that's your own kids, helping kids, but they're fairly young, 5, 6, 7. I don't know if you're meant to be doing stuff with kids to help them transition. It feels like working with children and nurturing their open abilities. We have to think as kids, when we come in this body, we are open and we are just pure love. And the conditioning of our environment and experiences harden us, and we create this bit of a shell on us. And oftentimes, so don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. And we're given words that are negative. But there's an aspect of you working with kids and acknowledging them and knowing that they are in a certain vibrational state and they communicate with emotions and feelings. Especially artistic kids communicate on a feeling state. I don't feel it's necessarily autistic kids, but it feels like it's kids. And knowing that when they're having the thoughts and feelings that they do, because they operate more at a feeling level, that you're able to nurture that and communicate that and support that. That's what feels more about what you're doing or what you're going to be doing, working with kids and doing some stuff there. Let me know in the comments, please, if it resonates. Again, crazy thinking. I don't know if that's right or not, but I just feel it. Excited. Yes, super excited, Angela. I'm really happy for you. I'm a slow learner, and many of us are on this planet. We are here to have a path of suffering in order to not only learn, but also to be the teachers. And that is my purpose, is to be the teacher. and I got to suffer. But I don't see it as suffering. The body's suffering, but it's like, okay, dude, you can suffer because life is good. All right. So let me come to Mahi. And she's at 125.08. Today, I would love to hear guidance from my angels. Okay, so Mahi. Who's coming through for Mahi, please? Come in, angels. I just feel tingling going down my spine, going right down through to my root chakra at the base of the spine. Oh, so much energy. I want my third eye. Oh. Okay, just allow. Okay. So this is for your own meditations and awakening. Again, whether you decide to join this or live, but you need this event, Mahi, so I can physically feel like so much pressure in my third eye, and I can feel the looseness in the lower energy centers. You need this pineal gland work. It's for you to open up your third eye and expression, but it's more so about allowing the energy to flow and to get you into alignment, into chakra alignment, specifically a third eye chakra alignment. There's a need for you to do that. So look at the link. Look at that picture. You'll find the thumbnail is the same on the schedule that's coming up live this Wednesday. You need it. That's specifically for your awakening. You're one of the people that they made this for. You're one of them. Okay, let me add that one. Ruby says, thank you so much. So grateful. I play music and have a lot of autistic people I encounter with childlike emotions that I'm trying to help bring out of their shell. This made a lot of sense. Oh, good. Okay, good. Thank you for that confirmation, Ruby. Yeah, it didn't feel like autistic kids to me. It felt like kids, but not autistic kids. So that maybe makes sense. That's a good interpretation. That helps me with my interpretation. So thank you for that. That was beautiful. The lovely Luz. Okay, Maria, I'm coming to you. 128 on the nose. Okay, so Maria says, any message for me, please? Who's coming in? All right. Okay, who's coming in on me? Can you back up a little bit on that? Okay, thank you. Okay, so what does Maria need to hear right now? Okay, thanks. Okay, that's a lot of energy, man. All right. They said I needed it. Okay. What does Luz Luna? What does she need to hear? I'm seeing your environment in your space. It's like you're saying, I want more space. I want more room. I want to move around. I feel constricted in this space and this energy. But it's where you are. It's where you can afford. And they want to talk about the energy that you are putting towards that space. Because as you're thinking negatively about that space or complaining about it, why don't you change the focus and look at the space to love and appreciate and thank what it is giving to you. It's like, oh, thank you for the shelter. It's raining so hard outside, or there's so much bad weather. It's really hot outside, and I'm just nice and protected in this space. I'm protected from any wild animals that want to come here. I'm protected from the elements, the wind, the sand that might be coming up against me. I'm protected against that. Thank you for this water that I have here. Thank you for keeping this water clean. Thank you for this space. Thank you for keeping me warm in this very cozy and comforting space that I know I'm well protected. Thank you for these walls. Thank you for this bed. It's way better than sleeping on the floor. So there's a need for you to shift your energy and look at what you do have and not necessarily what you don't have. Shift your energy to what you do have, Maria. That's what you need to hear right now. I hope that resonates. Let me know. Okay, so my lovely sister Jenny. You come up to Jenny. 131. 13. Message about recent money anxiety. Okay. Money anxiety for Jenny. How does she deal with it? So this isn't the first time this has happened. But we know it's not necessarily about the amount of money you have, but it's more about the abundance that you have. The Reiki clients that you have come in when you need a little bit of money. The gifts that are bestowed upon you that you receive when you need it. Yes, anxiety is coming in, but it's also it needs to be told that you're abundant, that you're always taken care of, always. You've never gone without. And even if you have gone without what you thought you needed without, you had something else to replace that. There's always something more to replace. So, Jenny, remember, you are abundant. And abundant doesn't necessarily mean having a bank account with $1 million in it. It means that you've got food, water, shelter. You've got everything you need to keep the people around you alive and happy and healthy. And that is abundance. And you are abundant. So when the anxiety comes in, tune into the anxiety, recognize it, love it, connect it like you know how to do. It's like, I see you. Yeah, it's okay to be anxious. And just feel that emotion and notice where it shows up and breathe it out. Let it move. Feel that anxiety. Connect it, love it. You know how to do this. And if you need a one-on-one guided session, you know to reach out to me anytime. And I'll walk you through it. Sometimes we need help from each other. Abundance. You are abundance, sister. Good. Good. Yeah, Karen. Never lonely. Good, Maria. Good. It felt more from collective. Got it. Cool. You're welcome, sis. Okay. And coming to Silvana and then Kay. So Silvana, my good friend. Okay, Silvana says, with Father's Day coming up, does Barry have any messages for our kids, including our son-in-law? I would love a message from you, please. Thank you, my dear friend. Barry, would you come in, please? Okay, I got to get a little bit high vibe here. Get my high vibe, freshly squeezed juice in me. It's dribbling all over the place. Okay. All right. Whew. There's a good jolt of energy. Pure nutrition. All right, Barry. He's bounding in, and he smiles and beautiful in every way. God, what a beautiful man. Thank you, Barry. So much love. All right, so what do you got to say to the kids? Okay, what do you want to say for your daughter? He's showing me her as a little girl, just as a toddler. And he would look at her with sparkling eyes, with just wonder at how beautiful this miracle of life is. And he's just in awe, and he's just staring at her, and he's so incredible. Like, I made that. He's looking over you. He's like, to Sil. He's like, Sil, like, we made that. Like, look at this beautiful creation on two legs wandering around. Like, how lucky we are. And he just felt like so wonderful. And he just sharing that beautiful emotion, how gifted. And now he's showing me her as the adult with her own kids, and how she has looked on her own kids in that same sparkle of wonder. And he wants her to remind her of that feeling that he's had when he looked at her, and he still does. When he still looks at her, even though she's an adult and has her own kids, he still looks and feels that way for her. And he looks at the grandkids in that same miracle. Like, my miracle created this miracle. Like, holy crap, this is like so great. And it's like it's a weird image, but he's showing me like a duck. And a duck might leave little droplets behind them. But you love the duck so much. He loves her so much that even the little shits that he's leaving, he's loving. So he's loving the kids so much. And I don't know why that was shown to me or said in that way, but he did. Okay, so now on to your son. What do you need to say about your son? Your son, he's just showing me how proud of he is of making the decisions that he needed to make in his life, to separate from the people they needed to separate, to move to the places that he moved to. And now he's coming into his own and feeling stronger and better about himself. And it's more that accomplishment. Like, I feel good as a man now. And he's starting to feel that I'm feeling better myself as a man. And he's feeling stronger and more confident. So he's saying that, yeah, like, you're doing really good. Keep doing what you're doing, however you're doing. And he's showing me that a new relationship is going to be coming through. Not quite yet. He's still got to, heal the wounds from the last relationship. He's not quite ready yet. But the new relationship that's going to be coming in is going to just be so much more grounded, because you've learned the lessons from the last relationship. The new relationship is just going to be so much more grounding and more loving for you, that you're just going to feel a lot better about everything. So things are falling into place for your son, and he's looking out, and he's steering him where he needs to go. The direction is being set. The rudder is being set. So that's done. So for my loving, beautiful wife, I'm with you. I'm here with you. You feel me, and I'm very much with you. And he's so thankful about your spiritual awakening and have you been shifting into love, because as you've been raising your vibrations, you've been connecting with him, you're feeling him, you're loving him. And he's like, this relationship is very much strong. We are here together. And he's like, I'm never going to leave you. I'm with you. Our energy, it's not only the energetic field that you share together, but he's also talking about, the chemical energy that you shared on this planet. You're going to continue to feel that. You're going to continue to feel that, but it really is about moving over into the energetic connection, and that's the transition and the opening that you're going to. So, yeah. Anything else you want to say? He just loves you all very much, and he's with you all. You're never alone, any of you, ever, ever, ever. He's with all of you. Okay, so let me come to K now, and K 14033. Okay, so K says, "Hey Con, hey Eric, red flash was in a video during my daughter's celebration. What was or who was that? Thank you. And you said you sent me a photo of it. So I'm just going to log into my email. And there you are, Kay. I've got you. Let me look at that photo. Okay, so let me just tune into this photo. I'm hearing scarlet. It's more like what I'm being told is like the scarlet letter. And the scarlet letter, I don't know the full story of it, but it's like it's branded on women to say that you're a scarlet, and they're saying it as a derogatory term, and it's for people, ego-based people, 3D-based people. They slap it on people that they don't see you in a way that they think that you should be, but it's none of their business. But now the women that received the scarlet letter initially had that, oh my God, I've been branded. Like the hell? Like, what's wrong with me? I'm so bad. I'm this or that. But then you kind of come into your awakening, your enlightenment, and you realize like, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm awesome. I'm perfect. You're the ones that are freaking screwed up. You're the ones that have the issue. It's like, yeah, thank you for the scarlet letter. Thank you. Like, I wear this with pride. So to me, it feels like your guides have branded you with the scarlet letter, not to say that, not in the derogatory term, but for empowerment. This is empowerment for you. It's like you've been branded, woohoo, like thumbs up, sweet. You've been branded with the scarlet letter. This means that you are independent, you are strong, and you're going to, you can say that you're going to show them, but you're going to show them that it doesn't matter how people are labeled or branded. It's how you feel and love yourself. And they're going to see the way that you love yourself, how great you turn out. And any animosity, anything they say against you is because they are angry at themselves because you're doing so well for yourself. Screw them. Okay, sorry. They're saying like, don't say that. Love everybody. Yes. Everyone is just going through what they're going through. This is just what they're feeling. This is what they're experiencing. But you are lifted. You're great. Everything is beautiful for you. Love it. Great message. I love that. Beautiful message for Kay. Thank you for sending me that email. You're welcome, Jenny, and you're welcome, Chaitu. You're very welcome. I'm glad. I'm very happy. Again, thank you everyone for being a part of this. Final plug. Remember, join me this Wednesday. I'll put a link at the end of this video when it allows me to process it tomorrow. It's already scheduled on my YouTube page. Consider and then follow the description. Look at the breath work. That is the prerequisite to do the breath work. Please do the breath work. I hope you're guided to do this. This is for your third eye opening. The veil is thinning. Spirits want to speak with you. So let the veil thin and allow them to speak with you. But you want to do the breath, get the body into alignment. It's not 7 chakras, not 8. We're working on 9 chakras of alignment, connecting to earth, into source, opening it up. So get ready for it. But you need to do the prerequisite breath. Otherwise, it's going to be okay for you, but it's just not going to be as effective, right? You're when I'm going to say, okay, now let's draw that breath up, you're not going to know what I'm doing. So you want to get a little bit of practice in that. So with that, my beautiful folks, I say thank you for contributing your energy into my practice in intuitive guidance and channeled messages. And I thank you. I'm back every Friday for another channeling message, another Channeling Erik and Archangel Guidance. And I do this live readings every Friday. So please join me and bring your questions. Last but not least, consider joining my Patreon if you want to support this. Leave a donation, support the Patreon, give a like, share it out, do something if you want to support this work. Otherwise, it's okay. Whatever feels good for you, that's okay too. No judgment, no harsh. You're welcome, Silvana. I love you. I'll talk to you in a bit. And with that, I love you all. Be kind to yourself. Love you. Bye.